Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We continue with another verse from Bhramar Geet, a compendium of poems written by Surdas, who was a 16th century devotional Hindu poet and singer known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. Surdas wrote in Rajbhasha, one of the two literary dialects of Hindi. He was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses. Three other prominent poets of the Bhakti movement in same period were Kabir, Tulsidas and Mirabai. The genesis of Brahmar Geet poems can be traced to Srimad Bhagavad Puran. Krishna as a child had been brought up by Nand and Yashoda, who were not his real parents. Krishna had been born to Vasudeva and Devaki, who were in a prison in Mathura. Under divine guidance, Vasudeva carried Krishna, the infant, on his head and placed him next to Yashoda, wife of Nanda, in Gokul. He was brought up as a child of Nanda and Yashoda. He grew up as a cowherd. As a child, his pranks like stealing butter, breaking the pitchers of the cowmaids, carrying milk or lassi, were loved by everybody in Vrindavan. Later, as Krishna grew up, he danced with the cowmaids. He played flute to them, and they were all enamored of him. One of the most devoted cowmaids was Radha. As Krishna grew to be an adult, he moved to Mathura to kill his maternal uncle Kansa and release his mother and father from his imprisonment. The inhabitants of Braj could not reconcile with the loss of Krishna to Mathura. The depth of their sorrow knew no bounds. Krishna sent a friend and a classmate of his, Uddhava, to Braj, where the latter explained the divinity of Krishna to his parents. The gopis who had assembled to learn of any messages from Krishna took aside Uddhav and probed him. They repeatedly chanted Krishna's name. Meanwhile, a black bee droned into this assembly. The gopis taunted Uddhav through the medium of the bee. These verses are therefore known as Brahmara Geet. Today's verse is a remarkable comparison between Nirgun and Sagun Brahma. Uddhav was trying to preach Nirgun Brahma, the invisible Brahma, without physical attributes. So the gopis said, "Look, we don't understand your Nirgun Brahma. Udho jog sunyo ham durlabh." For us, it is difficult to understand you. आप कहत हम सुनत अचंभित, जानत हऊ जिय सुलभ, रेख न रूप बरन जाके नहीं, ताको हमई बतावत। अपनी कहो दरस वैसे को, तुम कबहऊ हौ पावत। You might understand Nirgun Brahma as a power to understand easily, but we don't agree with you. He has no figure, no face, no complexion. How do we worship him? Have you ever seen that Brahma? अपनी कहो दरस वैसे को तुम कबहू हो पावत. When did you see him? While on the other side, we have seen Krishna as a part of our own lives. Murli adhar dharat hai so. He played on the flute on his lips. Puni godhan ban ban charat. He went to graze the cows. नैन विशाल भौं बंकट करी देखो कभू निहारत. He had large eyes. He looked at us with slanted eyes from the corners of his eyes. Have you ever seen Nirgun Brahma looking at you? तन त्रिभंग करी नटवर बप धरी पीतांबर तेहि सोहत. Krishna was dressed in yellow pitambar, a yellow shirt, dhoti. He gave us happiness. Sur Syam jo det hamai sukh. Krishna gave us joy. त्यों तुमको सो मोहत. Does your Nirgun Brahma also delight you likewise? गोपियां उद्धव को बताती हैं कि हम उस ब्रह्म की उपासना करने में सर्वथा असमर्थ हैं, जिसका न कोई रूप है, न रंग है, न गुण है, न आकार है. तुम्हारी योग साधना अत्यंत दुर्लभ है, सहज नहीं हो सकती. हमें बड़ा आश्चर्य होता है कि आप बार बार उसी बात को दोहराते हो. तुम्हारे ब्रह्म की ना तो कोई रूप रेखा है, ना कोई वर्ण है. तुम अपने अनुभव से बताओ कि आपने कभी उसे देखा है. क्या ब्रह्म हमारे सगुण कृष्ण की तरह अपने ओंठों पर मुरली रखकर बजाता है? क्या वो वन वन में घूमकर गायों को चराता है? क्या आपने उसे विशाल नेत्रों से भौहों को टेढ़ी करके कभी निहारते हुए देखा है? तुमने मनोहर रूप कृष्ण की तरह कभी भी अपने निर्गुण ब्रह्म को के दर्शन किए हैं? तुम्हारे ब्रह्म के शरीर पर श्री कृष्ण की भांति पीतांबर पहना होता है. श्री कृष्ण ने अपनी नाना प्रकार की लीलाओं से हमें सुख दिया. क्या तुम्हारा ब्रह्म हमें वो सुख दे सकता है? यदि पानी में पत्थर तैरने लगे या लकड़ी डूब जाए तो शायद हम तुम्हारी बात मान लें, वरना आपकी योग साधना सफल नहीं हो सकती. हमें तो श्री कृष्ण के रूप, श्रृंगार, संगीत ने जीत लिया है, हमारे मन पर विजय पा ली है। इसलिए उद्धव तुम लौट जाओ और हमारी सब बातें कृष्ण को बता दो। This is a lovely discussion on Nirgun and Sagun Brahma. Surdas combined bhakti and Shringar to describe union and separation with an intensity seldom achieved elsewhere. Brahmar Geet is not only one of the most sublime writings on Virha and Shringar, but is also a unique discussion on Sagun and Nirgun. Moreover, in the conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, we find a witty repartee and penetrating satire. Surdas's verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, but are also rated high for a poet's craft. His language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative similes and metaphors. Brahmar Geet is a fabulous combination of virha, grief of separation, of jnana and bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which jnana takes a back seat. Here, the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, bhakti and bhakti alone. When gopis mocked the Gyan Marg, Uddhav stood silent in the face of their pure love and devotion. He lost his wisdom in the face of the gopis' emotional appeal, purity of heart, and enriched expression. He returned empty handed to Krishna. We stop here today.